have been hacked and are on the dark web right now. That's the latest news from MSNBC, CBS News, and a bunch of other major news outlets. So, what does this mean for you? What can you do about it? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jamal, the credit protector, back once again. Of course, normally we talk about funding, but we have to talk about this major situation. We got 2.9 billion, that's right, with a B, records of American people have been stolen and are out on the dark web due to a data breach that actually occurred in April of 2024. Now, what the news says is that National Public Data and essentially a credit reporting agency located down in Florida, was hacked. From there, the hackers claimed that they put out about over 2 billion records onto the dark web. Now, I know what you're thinking. There are only 300 million people in America. How is it possible for there to be 2 billion records hacked or put out there? The thing is with the data is how they calculate the records. Like, one person could have multiple versions of their name, multiple addresses, multiple phone numbers. Each of those things can be considered a record, right? So that's how that's possible. But listen, it's now more than ever, especially with us in a recession, this global recession, people are low on funds. You got to stay protected. So what can you do during this time, right? Of course, you always want to make sure that you're changing all of your passwords, whether it's all your social media, especially your bank accounts, especially your email, and even in your email, make sure that you go through your email and delete or remove any sensitive information in case you have sent out photographs of where you live, your face, your photo ID, bank statements, different files like that that may have sensitive information. Make sure you comb through your emails and delete that, right? Of course, clear your browsing data, the cookies, your browsing history, your cache, wipe all that out. This is all part of reducing your digital footprint. Now, if you've never heard of reducing your digital footprint, is basically how you can clean up your data online. There are actually a lot of different websites that do this for you. One of them is called deleteme.com. And a lot of your favorite social media websites actually allow you to download all of your data from their website, and they allow you to just delete your account and delete all your information off of their site. That's if you no longer use it. Okay. So that's clearing that part out. That's just one part. You also want to make sure that you're freezing all of your credit reports. That's TransUnion, Experian, Equifax. Freezing your reports is free. You can, if you download the app of each of those, you can do it through the app, or you can go directly onto their website, Experian.com, Equifax.com, TransUnion.com, and freeze your credit reports directly from their site. And it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. The longest part of that process is signing up. The other thing you want to do is add a fraud alert to your credit report. You could do this by simply calling in and telling them you want to add a fraud alert to your credit profile. Now, what will happen when you do both of these things is that you as an individual and anyone else, nobody's going to be able to apply for anything with your credit because it's going to be locked. Okay. That means you won't be getting any soft pull approvals, right? You won't get any automatic approvals if you decide to do any applications online. And a lot of the fintechs won't be able to check your credit because it's going to be locked, and it's going to be you're going to have a fraud alert on there. So keep this in mind when you're going for funding. Remove the fraud alert and unfreeze all of your credit reports before you submit any new applications or before you try to do any soft pull pre-approvals. The last thing you want to do after you freeze everything, after you add a fraud alert, you want to go to identitytheft.gov and you want to file a FTC ID affidavit, and you want to send that affidavit to the credit reporting agencies. On that affidavit, if you have any inaccurate, incomplete, or untimely, meaning the information is way too old, you want to put all of that onto the FTC identity theft affidavit. What this is going to do is you're going to be notifying the credit reporting agency that these inaccurate accounts are probably a result of fraud. Because here's the thing. We just found out about this today. Actually, no, the news broke yesterday. But the actual data breach happened in April. That's when it was, well, it was actually, no, it happened before April. A lawsuit occurred in April that brought it up and brought it to public attention, right? So who knows how long this company and these hackers have had our information? We don't know, especially if you have inaccurate information on your credit report. And with that inaccurate information doing damage to you because you're not sure if you're actually the person that opened up these accounts or not, especially if different names on there, especially if you have inaccurate addresses that are linked to inaccurate accounts. You want to put all of that onto that affidavit and send it to the credit reporting agencies. The reason for that is, by law, as a victim of identity theft, and by you submitting a actual FTC identity theft affidavit to the credit reporting agencies, by law, they have to delete or block that information within 5 days of receiving the affidavit. So along with, and I'm gonna give you guys this, right? So it's not just the affidavit. You also want to draft up a letter explaining why you feel you were a victim of identity theft, right? You're going to cite this recent case. As a matter of fact, let me give y'all the link to the article. I'm going to put it in the comments. So that way, when y'all write the letter, let me see. This way, when y'all write the letter, what's going on, David? When y'all write the letter, you'll be able to include this. And so y'all know I'm not, making anything up. Let me do this. All right. So I'm going to drop the link to just one of the articles that talks about this whole breach. And right now it's probably the largest breach in American history. Okay. So make sure you fill out that FTC affidavit, put any and all inaccurate, untimely, incomplete accounts on that affidavit, draft up a letter that's going to have your contact information, the fact that you've been a victim of identity theft due to this breach that we just found out about. And in that letter, you're going to list all of the accounts, the account numbers, the names, the addresses that have probably been impacted due to this level of identity theft caused by this breach of 2.9 billion records. All right. So this was a super quick video. Wanted to make sure I got this out to everybody and that you know exactly what to do. Like, share this out with whomever, and follow me for more. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.